poorly, Chair Haas, Representative Noss.
just want to be
Yes,
sure.
I was trying to put it in perspective. There are a lot of moving parts to the kicker. This would be just one of them. So all else equal.
Okay.
Right? Just to put it into magnitude in terms of the size of our general fund. And yes, it does impact the kicker. When we set the close of session forecast in May, and then locked in the forecast for these 2 years, there wasn't an assumption like this of a tax bill in there. So should that be passed, that would be additional revenue over and above what was forecast. So all else equal, we're starting to get into that sort of territory.
Does our state constitution allow us to, by statute, amend the kicker law and say, we didn't foresee the federal government making a big tax change, and ergo, we shouldn't have to? I know a lot of this is constitutional, but.
Yes, Representative Noss, the kicker calculation is just, always remember, it's two numbers. It's the close of regular session, and that language is in the Constitution, close of regular session. The estimate, the base that Mark and Josh gave you in September, that's the base compared to what actually comes in the door, that we won't know until August of 19. So it's those two numbers.
Somebody didn't have the foresight to know that.
That there was
Donald
going to
Trump
be some,
gonna
yeah,
get elected and
yeah,
we're
or,
gonna have to
yeah,
do this
exactly.
big-
So there's no allowance for that, so you make the calculation. The one thing you do have the power to do in the legislature is, you can, with a 2/3 vote, you can, quote, change the estimate. So basically what you would do, if you got the 2/3 vote, you would tell us, or tell LRO to calculate, give us a number to make sure that we are over the threshold, or whatever number you want, and then, or the number that includes the federal estimates, and then you could change the estimate on a one-time basis with a 2/3 vote.
Okay,
That's the mechanism.
all right.
Chair Haas, yeah, and while we have Dr. Warner here, I think there's some similarities to what happened with the MUPL, and we're going to lose all of this institutional knowledge when we lose Dr. Warner. Yes, what is a MUPL?
Yes.
What's a muffle? Off the record?
It's an endangered species, no.
Oh, okay.
It's
like a snipe?
the MUPL, the MUPL occurred, actually, the MUPL occurred just prior to the kicker calculation going in the Constitution. It was in the last biennium under statute, which is 9901. There was a mechanism by which federal dollars came in that were above what expenses were that were incurred by DHS, I believe. So it was kind of a flow of dollars that didn't have anywhere to go. So they were just showing up in the general fund as general fund dollars, and it ended up being over 100 million. So that pushed us well above the kicker. We were above the kicker anyway, but it added to the kicker. So the legislature did make a decision at that time, was a statutory decision to reduce, to take that MUPL money and make it another fund dollars and not general fund, not part of the kicker. That decision was upheld by the courts and Bobo versus Kulingoski. So that we do have some precedent of that. But again, that was federal dollars. It was not income tax dollars.